Sean, thanks for your time this morning.
It's a pleasure.
Remember back to that time when you sent me that LinkedIn message?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah. We'd met a number of years ago, the time wasn't right, and he said, I've re-looked over your profile, now's the time for us to chat. How are you feeling at that point that led you to say, Gary, we need to chat? How are you feeling?
The business was stagnating. We were ticking over. It wasn't really going forward. Obviously, it was a time around the COVID, and I think it was just after COVID, wasn't it? And we'd seen a lot of opportunities in our business, which come along because of what had happened with the COVID, and we'd done well with it. But we didn't really know how to move it forward in a planned and organised manner. I think I saw some of your things on LinkedIn, and we'd had mentors in the past, but they were more personal, and I wanted something more for the team.
So why do you think, what led you to choose me? Obviously you had mentors previously, it was personal, but why specifically did you choose me?
I needed someone who knew business, and I had history business, and also a bit of a history in a bit more corporate business, because that's where the business was turning. It was a large family business, but it was moving forward, and we needed to get a bit more corporate. We also coming to a time when I was looking for a bit more time. It's not just about making money, it's actually time and living. I've obviously spoke to you years before, looked at your LinkedIn profile, seen a bit of your history, and you look like a good fit, and you got a nice smile.
Well, that always helps, doesn't it? So just for the benefit of anybody watching this, what work have we actually done together? So where did we start, and what have we been doing in the last few months?
So initially, obviously we discussed where our plans were with the company, where we wanted to go. Like I say, I wanted time out of the business to do different things. But what I wanted was to get the company expanding. I needed the whole team. We were getting good people in, and in the past we've seen good people come and go, usually because they're not engaged in the business. So that was the main thing initially, is trying to get everybody engaged in the business. And we did initial, if you can remember back, it was the initial workshops where we had a management team of, I believe there was 10 of us, who we pulled together the strategy on a page, and we developed that, where we wanted the business to go, how we wanted the expansion of the business, which was big, and over the past 2 years we wanted that. We were looking to expand the business by about 30% a year, which was a lot, and there were big targets. So we had to get the whole team involved. So initially it was the management team, but then we moved it on to sort of all the senior players, and this included engineers, senior engineers, admin staff, accounts, buyers, everything in the business, all contributing and putting their ideas together, so we create this single business plan to work on.
It was almost their plan, wasn't it? Because we got everybody involved. It wasn't us being prescriptive. It was their plan that they were bought into and they were aligned to deliver.
Absolutely, totally their plan. It had to be their plan. We couldn't continue like we'd been doing for the previous years, pretty much dictating in a way, going away, right, I've written a business plan, there you go, that's what we're going to follow for the next year or so. What's come out of it actually shows that it works.
So Sean, we had these 4 days off site, so there was a couple of days with the senior management team where the 5 of us almost developed the bones of the plan and the long-term vision and the financial goals. Then we brought 2 tranches of the senior team in to kind of put the strategies in place and the values and just tie into the numbers. So we've got that plan signed off. What have we been doing since then every month?
Every month we've been evaluating and going over the plan, checking all our key actions, our medium-term goals, and reviewing them, and basically keeping on top of it, making sure we're driving it forward, making sure we're driving the numbers forward, it wasn't just the monthly meetings with the leadership team and yourself. This was also developed with the rest of the team, and we were having regular meetings in between the monthly meetings, and it kept them engaged in the business plan.
It's about accountability, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
about
absolutely.
not just the team, it's about making sure everybody in the business is aligned, got clear goals, that they're accountable to the targets that are being set.
Yeah.
And that business mentoring as from your point of view has helped you deliver what kind of transformation, what results have you seen as a result of the work that we've done together over the last couple of years?
I love the fact of actually putting the plan together and then seeing the fruition of that plan and the results that we've achieved. We set a target each year of something like a 30% increase in turnover, and we've done that year on year, and by the end of this year we're sort of looking around about a 300% increase in turnover, which is fantastic, just over a few years, and that's exactly what we wanted to do. We set that goal out, if we can remember, 2 years ago that we wanted to do that. And if you say to any company which is is trading like we were, to do a 300% increase in 3 years overall, it was like pie in the sky sort of figures, but that's what's happening, and it's just constantly moving, and it is by having that plan in place, having the regular updates, and like you say, the accountability.
And I think there's some great financial results there in the business, but also you touched on a little bit earlier about wanting to step away from the business and not be kind of so entrenched in the business and actually live your life. I think was a phrase you
Absolutely.
So you've been able to do that as well?
Yes, completely. And the thing is, it's not just about numbers. It's about, like we said, we got all the team involved, so they had to see some outcome for themselves as well, not just the company, and they could see where they were going, where their future was in the company. And we've added directors to the company from within, managers from within. They've all developed, and that's continuing, and it's allowed me to take a step back, and I am taking a step back. I'm going to take a year out.
So Sean, you touched on there about a 300% increase in revenue. All the other numbers are trending in the right direction. You're taking a step away from the business, which most business owners wouldn't be able to even think about, let alone do. How do you feel about the business now, given that 2 years ago when we started working together, the business had flatlined, it had stagnated, you were uncertain what the next step. So how do you feel about the business? Well,
the business is flying now. It's flying by itself. I won't say it's on autopilot, because that is just flying along. It's not. It's flying with the team involved and their piloting. That's a great feeling for me, in terms I don't need to be there. I'm not in the business day in, day out. I'm not hands-on anymore. Yes, I'm busy, still making sure this plan's driving forward, but I'm also in the great position where I'm now training a new managing director who will take my place in a few months' time to allow me to go and do the things I want to do.
A great place for you and a great place for him, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So a lot of people would be hesitant about taking advice. Am I at the right place to get somebody in? Do I want to listen to somebody else? Is it a wise investment of having my fingers burnt previously? Is Gary King the right kind of fit for me? What would you say to anybody that's thinking about getting help in the business, and what would you say to anybody thinking about whether Gary King's the right fit for them or not?
Yeah, I mean, with everything, you've got to look at what you want in the business, who can help you in that business, and what can they put forward. All I would say is it's worked for us. Gary, you've done a fantastic job for us. I did research beforehand, and I think that's important. And there's the LinkedIn, which is the perfect tool there. Have a look at the your history of where you've come from. Videos like this I'm sure there's plenty more. And if it's worked for us, and you know, we don't take advice. We're you know, good old Yorkshiremen. We don't take advice easily. So yeah, if it works for us, then it can work for anyone.
Well, it's been a real pleasure working with you over the last couple of years, Sean. Best of luck for the future. Thank you.
Thank you.